Hello and welcome to Three Questions With. Got my friend Olga Briggs with us today. Hey Olga, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kevin. It's my pleasure to be here.
So Olga, I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the news about the CARES Act. Honestly, I really don't know a lot about it. What's it going to do?
Well, I'll be honest with you. The law is about 800 plus pages long, so I cannot tell you exactly about everything in this short period of time, but there are certainly a few things that I wanted to point out that would benefit small business owners and individuals,
Right.
average folks, that would be enacted immediately. Some of these programs are already up and running, so I just wanted to point them out so that everybody could benefit from them.
Awesome. So talk to me first about business owners. How will it impact us?
Okay, so if you're a business owner of 500 employees or less, which is 20 of us here in the country, most of us actually, there are a few programs that are getting enacted, and the first one is actually already up and running. This program is run by Small Business Administration, and you can find more about it on sba.gov. But this program is for small folks, and this program is actually assisting with cash flow problems for businesses who are affected by this coronavirus shutdown. Basically, what it does is gives you working capital loans, and it's a very low interest. It's 3.75% for small businesses or 2.75% for nonprofit organizations, which is not required to be paid during the first year, and then fixed payments during the year 2 and afterwards. It can last up to 30 years. If a business owner goes and applies for it rather sooner than later, then they're also eligible for a $10,000 immediate advance. It takes 3 to 5 business days for them to receive that cash in their bank account, just to supplement things like payroll, mortgage payments, rent payments, and so on and forth. Anything that's absolutely necessary to keep that business going. And you don't have to prove loss of revenue. This is basically like a cash flow influx to make sure you still have your employees available when we're ready to go back and live the normal lives like we used to.
Hopefully soon.
Yes, so that's one of those programs that is already up and running, and SBA is receiving applications for those loans.
Awesome.
The good thing about it is that the $10,000 that you receive may not be returnable. So basically, it becomes a grant once approved, and you can always request more money if eligible and you have the needs for that. I believe the maximum amount is $2 million. Another program that is not quite up and running but in the works is called a Paychecks Protection Program.
Yep. That's
for larger employers, and I can cover pretty much any employer, but there are limitations there. It is a loan also, which can become a grant. The amount that you can borrow under this program is going to be the lesser of either 2.5 months of payroll or $10 million. Basically, it's obviously covering much larger organizations. And again, you don't have to prove that you cannot get money anywhere else. So basically, you would have to go to your local bank that approved by SBA or under what's called its 7A, Section 7A loans. And basically, you just apply under that program. this program is geared towards employers bringing their employees back to their payroll. And basically, even if people already laid somebody off, they can call them back and start paying wages and then get this loan debt forgiveness for payrolls. If I believe for 8 weeks worth of payroll, if you applied before December 31st of 2020.
Okay.
Basically, that's another pretty much big deal, I think, because if you qualify into this program, this is free money given to employers to keep people on payroll without having them to go on unemployment checks and be immediately available once the business is open. So they're not losing any employees. Yeah. And another benefit that we can get from this new law is it's called employee retention tax credit. So basically any employers who are paying wages to employees and currently are required to be shut down,
yep.
Whose sales declined more than 50% compared to the same quarter last year, they get 100% tax credit, basically, again, that is equal 100% of the wages that they paid to people during this time, during the shutdown order. The wages are limited to $10,000 per employee per month. So if you have really high paid employees, you can
yep.
Claim more than $10,000, but most of the employers are eligible for 100%. If you have more than 500 employees, then you're eligible for 50% of the wages that you paid. And a few more things that we may be aware of already is that for businesses and individuals, tax filings obviously are postponed till July 15th. Tax payments are postponed till July 15th. And any estimated tax payments for 2020 are postponed until October 15th of 2020. So
helpful.
Government is giving us the opportunity to keep the cash in our pockets and not take it so that we could all survive here during this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Olga, how about from the individuals? What's in the act that can help us?
Okay, so there are a few interesting things for individuals here that are kind of giving us some hope of recovery. First one is obviously the stimulus paycheck that everybody heard of, but nobody knows what it's really all about.
Yep.
So from the information that I have seen so far, since the law was signed, it's actually going to be a refundable tax credit. So basically, the government gives you an advance on your taxes for 2020.
Yep.
And the amount that they may give out is up to $1,200 per adult, plus $500 per child under 17 years old. So anyone who had kids under 17 years old on their 2018 or 2019 tax returns will get additional $500 per child. The only limitation here is income. So these amounts will be phased out. So the more money you make, the less money you get.
Sure.
For joint filers, $50,000. For heads of household is $112,000, and for all other filers is $75,000. So if your adjusted gross income in previous years was more than that, your check will be less than the limits. So.
Okay. Now, Olga, is this a gift? I mean, do I have to pay this back?
At this point, The refundable tax credit means it's a credit against future tax uh, that will be given to you regardless if you owe that tax or not.
Okay.
So obviously the eligibility will be determined based on 2020 income guidelines.
Yep.
So they'll give you money in advance, they'll give you this cash in advance, but then on 2020 tax return, it will have to be trued up, basically.
See, I don't think anyone really thought of that because this is the first time someone said that.
This is not
I think
money that the government gives you. This is
okay, so if I'm
taxes that they're giving you in advance.
So if I'm getting a $1,200 refund next year, I get zero for my refund because they already gave me the $1,200.
Correct.
See, that's the first time anyone said that to me. Olga, you just
Yes.
made me sad. Chuckle, chuckle. You know? But no, that's important to know because people
It is very important to know because I'm sure people will be counting on this cash, and I think they need to know that this is not something that they will end up keeping. Maybe not in full. They may keep this whole amount, but not in full. It depends on how much money they're going to make during 2020.
Makes sense. So Olga, very, very confusing stuff so far.
Yes.
Yeah. So if people have questions, they should reach out to you.
Absolutely. Yes. We are here on standby. We're constantly monitoring this developing.
It really is a developing story,
government.
for sure.
Yes.
So what else is out there that people should know about?
Another one interesting program that it's for students, actually. It's relief for student loan borrowers.
Yep.
What's the government is offering here is it's called student loan payments deferred until September 30th.
Yep.
Basically, during this time, no interest will accrue on the student loan debt, and you can still make voluntary payments, but in order to qualify for this program, you have to be proactive. You have to contact your financial institutions and request to pause all the payments, all the required payments, if you've been affected by loss of job or layoffs and so on and so forth.
Excellent. Anything else before we let you go?
Maybe one more thing. You probably were aware that unemployment program has extended the benefits. Now you are eligible for 13 weeks more to be on unemployment. And in addition, they have increased benefits by $600 per week for up to 4 months. So if people are struggling to find jobs, or if their organizations are not open soon enough, so they can still count on that paycheck to maintain their lifestyle, basically.
Well, like you said, it's really important for a lot of people and stuff. And that
Absolutely.
Unemployment insurance also is going to cover self-employed people now?
Correct. Yes. So the self-employed people, the contractors who used to not be eligible for unemployment compensation are now eligible, and it's actually immediate.
Yeah, awesome. Olga, how can people reach out to you? How can they learn more if they have questions?
Well, a good way to check our website, they can contact us through our website, lifetimetax.com. They can call our office at 603-230-2404. Or they can actually like our page on Facebook, and we are posting a lot of new developments in this area on our page on Facebook. And if you'd like to be in touch and be updated, just do that.
Awesome, Olga. Really appreciate taking a few minutes to jump on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you very much. And it's good to see you and talk to you again soon.
Sure.